Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio, a place where dreams take flight, with authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives and meaningful conversations, where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover world-class education, entertainment, hope and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our channel, USA Global TV. Download our app, USA Global TV. Be our guest or join our team. Visit usaglobaltv.com. Thanks to our founder and executive producer, Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Music score by Yeffy Tang from Cloud Road Music. Voiceover artist Mike Porter. Creative direction by Paul Garcia. USA Global TV and Radio. Your home for global connection. All rights reserved. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited.
Hello and a very warm good evening from the UK. My name is Dr. Madeline Chan and I'm going to be with you with our guest today for the film and music show. So a warm welcome to USA Global TV and Radio viewers, our YouTube viewers, LinkedIn, Facebook, and of course, Instagram. Right, for today's guests, in fact, we had the same guests on last week and their story and how their phenomenal music and their optimism and their positivity was just amazing that we invited them back for part 2. I would like you all to welcome known as UK's #1 swing and jive band. How can I say? They were Britain's Got Talent #1 live band that got through. Simon Cowell said that it actually made him smile, which was very unusual. Having up to date 300 shows a year, appearing in 41 countries and festivals, and with EPs and albums and recently released singles as well. The film and music are happy to present the Jive Aces today. Here they are. We have Ian, Grazia, and Alex. Good evening, guys. Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome.
Hello.
So, Ian, can you explain to our viewers who weren't there for last week briefly what the Jive Aces do and what style?
We are the Jive Aces. It is jive, swing, and a bit of rock and roll. It's where jive is really chronologically and musically where jazz or big band era went into small band, jumpy music before rock and roll. So it's like the forerunner of rock and roll. It's that change, that catalyst. And so it's upbeat, happy music, makes you want to dance or at least tap your feet. And it's all good time stuff, jump, jive. And yeah, basically we've been together years, but just as the band, the same lineup. Next year we will have been together for 30 years, the same lineup. We've been playing together. Me and the drummer were at school together, and it all went on from there. So that's how long we've known each other. We love the music, and we love playing for people, and we love doing show and a bit of entertainment, as Bruce Forsyth would say. We wear yellow suits, and Grazia wears a lovely frock and plays the accordion. And we, the idea is to cheer the world up, one audience at a time, or everybody at a time, whoever's watching.
Thank you, Ian. That is a wonderful descriptive way of describing you happy 7 musicians, accomplished 7 musicians. And you've been together for you say, 30 years. Well, 30 years next year. Was I correct in hearing that? Yeah. So my question is, how are you going to celebrate 30 years? And will you celebrate with your fans or will you celebrate it more of a personal?
We'll have a big cup of tea.
with you.
Now we're going to various things. We have plans afoot and ideas. Currently, they're only plans and ideas. But like, for instance, we're interested in doing some sort of documentary, even if it's just on YouTube or something, wherever, whatever. Some sort of documentary. That's the idea, about the band, how long we've been together, before even the 30 years. You know, when we first ever started, when we met each other, when we used to go dancing, jive dancing before we even had the band, busking in the streets, coming second in the World Street Entertainers Competition, all this stuff, but going on opportunity knocks before we were even on Britain's Got Talent with the first incarnation of the band, meeting Grazia in Switzerland, who's Italian, but we're in Switzerland, and then she's been with the band. How that all, there's a whole story there for a documentary. And then also we have loads of photographs. So if we can get together or get someone to do it, we're going to get all the photographs, scan them in, and do some sort of, you know, postcards from the road book with, you know, mainly made up, very pictorial, with all the photographs going back right to even before we started the band, but we were together, wearing our vintage clothes and being into the 1940s and 50s era.
Your kit, your drum kit you made for
Yeah,
Peter?
drum kit that I made for Peter with washing up bowl and a Duckham's oil can when I first got him to play the drums. And yeah, basically we'll a documentary and a book is one idea. We'll also probably have a big gig or a big party for all our fans and everybody. And we'll probably make it a whole year's celebration, I think.
That's right. 30 years.
What a
Awesome.
great idea. What a great idea. And Alex.
Hello.
Hello. So what is your role in the Jive Aces?
What's my role? It's kind of like this.
Oh, I can see
More
it.
of a
I can
vegan
see
sausage roll.
it. So from a musical point of view and also from, I would say,
Okay.
the business side?
So I play the trombone mainly. I also play a bit of harmonica and a little bit of bongos and washboard, and then we all like divide the jobs out amongst the band. So we all like have a different job within the band. So I take care of like the promotional stuff and design the flyers and posters and update the website and the social media and write the music videos and produce the videos and edit the videos and all that kind of stuff.
That's quite a full-time work, as well as
Yeah, it's
performing.
it's two full-time jobs, but you only get paid for one of them, unfortunately.
Well, it's the labor of love, isn't it, Alex?
Yeah.
It's the labor. But clearly, you guys, the Jive, you guys are so successful, pending 300 gigs a year. That's quite phenomenal. What were
Yeah, it's quite busy.
My question to Ian, in the early days, where did you gig, and how many gigs were you having a month?
Well, we started off, as I said, right, really when we started off, we just used to do, you know, a couple of gigs, and we would do, it just gradually built up, really. I mean, literally, we did start, we had a few gigs, but we did a lot of busking. Street entertaining, and we used to play in Romford Market, Walthamstow, all around Essex and East London, and we started making money that way. But we also got people would give us their card or invite us to do a gig, and we started doing weddings, you know, parties, all that sort of thing, and then gradually built up and built up and built up. We started doing some clubs and everything, and then we did one turning point was going Europe, because we did a single back in the day on vinyl, and basically, I don't know if there's a band back then, a rockabilly band called the Polecats, and their guitarist called Boz Bora, who became Morris's guitarist and still is Morris's guitarist. But he also a very talented musician and producer, and had his own studio, and he recorded 2 tracks for us, one an original track and one an old track, which we released as a promotional or as a vinyl single, and that got sent to Newcastle, which is almost foreign. We got sent up to Newcastle, where a lovely DJ, rock and roll DJ called Stuart, basically started playing it, and everyone danced to it. So he started getting us gigs up there, but he also had a band, new bands, and he got a gig in Paris for us. So at the same time, he got us a gig in Paris. Boz Bora, who produced the single, sent it to an agent in Switzerland. And so we started, they liked us, so they started booking us in Switzerland. And so we started regularly going over, and we'd be in Switzerland for 3 weeks, sometimes twice a year. And we used to do, I don't know if you know Switzerland, but we do Lausanne, Neuchâtel, and Basel, a week residency in these brilliant clubs in each place. And then we'd normally end off with a festival somewhere. So that was 3 weeks. Very regular, always full up, absolutely mad. We had fans like, it was like the Beatles in Hamburg, where it was the Jive 80s in Switzerland. And I remember one time they said they were a really conservative audience, be ready for that. But they were wild, and they were screaming and shouting, and we'd already done 4 sets, and we'd done 4 encores. We didn't know what else to do, so we ran out the back door and went to the apartment. We didn't know what else songs. It was absolutely fantastic. So we started. That was really a turning point, because we started doing a lot in Europe, and then a lady called Kate Williams, who was in a TV show called Love Thy Neighbour. She was an actress, and she also did a show at the Theatre Royal in Stratford every month, which was a charity show, and it would have a lot of celebrities there.
I think we might have lost Ian at the moment. Alex, are you
I'm still here.
there?
I'm still here.
So Ian was saying about the charity at the theatre
Yeah.
in Stratford. Could you, Alex,
In Stratford, yeah.
Stratford? Yes. What was it in aid of? Was it charity for?
I have no idea. That was before.
Okay.
That was before my time.
Right.
I mean, I did play that venue with them a few times when I first joined the band. It's the Theatre Royal in Stratford, right? Now I guess it's near where they built the Olympic Village. But it's still there, the theatre. It's a lovely theatre. But I wasn't at that. That was before my time, so I can't finish that story, unfortunately.
That's okay. We can go back to it when Ian and Grazia come through again. So the signature yellow suits,
Yes.
which are on everywhere on your social media, and when you perform in your signature yellow
There you
suits.
go. Yeah.
How did they become the signature yellow suits? What happened? What's the story there?
Well, basically, we always had matching bright suits because we were trying to emulate the bands of the 1940s and 50s, and we had different colors. We had a dark blue, we had a sky blue, we had like a turquoisey one, we had like a pinstripe blue, we had like a salmon pink, lobstery kind of color one, and we went to record our first album in America. Which was our 3rd album that we recorded, but the first one we'd done in the States. And when they took photos of us in our pink suits, but the background they had was blue, but we couldn't see it because it was digitally put in afterwards. And they thought, well, the suits would look better if they were yellow, so they changed it, and then they just showed it to us, and then we were like, oh wow, those look good. So we thought, well, we'd better get matching suits to match the new album. But then we had to buy yellow suits, and then we sort of rotated the colours around a bit a few times, throughout the year. But when we went back to the same place, people kept asking, where are the band in the yellow suits? One specific example was in the Montreux Jazz Festival in Switzerland. One year we went with one colour, with yellow, and then the next year we wore a different colour. And then people couldn't find us because they were looking for the band in the yellow suits. So we thought, branding, as a lesson in branding, you don't get on an EasyJet flight and go, where's the orange plane? You know where the orange plane is, don't you? So then we decided to keep the same color, and it sort of just became our kind of trademark, And we always say, like, whether you love it or hate it, you don't forget it. That's the point.
Absolutely. I must admit, when I was looking at your pictures, your yellow suits were they just sprung out at me, and they gave the feeling of joy. And even if nobody heard your music, just by looking at those pictures, it really makes you want to, oh, I want to go see these perform. I want to go see this band.
Yeah, it's a happy colour.
Really clever, very
It's
clever.
an
Hey,
uplifting colour.
sorry, Alan, we've got the lovely Grazionian back. In fact, here we go. We're just looking at your Instagram. Look at those signature suits. I like the check ones as well. You know, the checkered ones.
Oh, that's a special one. Yeah, that's a special one. That's one
beautiful.
that's for special occasions, that one.
Right. Looks like golfing.
Yeah, it
Like
does a
you're going
bit.
on golfing.
Although you'd wear trousers like that for golfing, I think, but maybe not the jacket. So we've got all sorts
Right.
on our Instagram.
Wow. And look, you have the legendary Britain's Got Talent there.
That's right. And the singer over here on the left, that's Cassidy Jansen. She's a big West End star now, and she's singing with us on this coming Saturday. But she sang with us for about a year and a half before she went off to get a real job in the West End. And then she went on to play Carole King in Beautiful the musical. She did that for a year and a half, and then she did Anne Juliet, and she was in stuff with Kelsey Grammer and all sorts of famous people. So she's doing very well, but she occasionally slums it back with us. So she's coming on Saturday to have a good laugh down in Worthing on Saturday with us.
That's fantastic. And I see that you always also perform with other celebrities, one of which is an actress, Rebecca Grant.
Yeah, Rebecca's a very good friend of ours.
Yeah, she sang for a while as well. All these girl singers that we've had for a while.
Yes, Ian.
Rebecca Grant, Cassidy Jansen, lots of different ones. But Rebecca Grant's, she's fantastic. She was in Holby City for 2 years, and then she's been in all sorts of TV shows, Midsummer Murders, and all sorts of things. But she's also doing art as well. She's got a great success with her art at the moment, and some of her art has been turned into a fashion, into frocks. And she was in Paris. So yeah, she's really busy, but she sings with us on and off. She still sings with us, yeah, when she can.
That's fantastic. And any other celebrities, as in, what would you call them? I call them legends.
There's loads of legends.
Have you performed with any legends out there?
Keely?
Yeah, well, I mean, we had, I don't know how many of your viewers and everything would know someone called Keely Smith, but she was an icon, and people either go, I don't know who she is, or they go, oh my God, Keely Smith. She was the wife and partner of a famous American Sicilian singer, trumpet player, Louis Prima, who is one of our influences. So Louis Prima was, he was around through the 1930s, 1940s, 1950s, 1960s. He had like a cat with 9 lives. He had so many different careers, but he was particularly big in the 50s and early 60s in Vegas, when he sort of spontaneously created what they call a lounge act. He was playing in the lounge, as in the smaller room, not in the big room, because he needed to, and it became huge, and everyone used to come and see them. Sammy Davis, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, all the actors would come and see them. And his wife and partner was Keely Smith, and they had a whole comedy thing where, if you ever Google it, people can Google it afterwards. Louis Prima and Keely Smith. And Louis Prima, they were always on the Ed Sullivan Show and stuff. And Louis Prima was like really wild, and he was throwing his arms about and being crazy. And she would just be deadpan and just sort of like just look at him like he was mad. And people loved it. But she also was an absolutely fantastic jazz singer. She was an amazing singer. And so years later, we met their daughter, Tony Elizabeth Prima, who also could sing and sang with us. And then through Tony, she brought her mum, Keely, to see us. And then she started working with us, and she recorded with us. She came to England even. And
tell these good people who Louis Prima is and who he's famous for.
Well, most commonly known, Louis Prima was most commonly known for being King Louis in the Jungle Book. As in, I'm the king of the swingers, yeah. The jungle VIP. I reached the top, had to stop, and that's bothering me. Not that.
Ooby doo. To be like you. Love that song.
So yeah,
Oh,
he
I
also
didn't
did
know.
I'm just a
That's
gigolo
phenomenal.
everywhere I go, which a few other people have done as well. And he was just very funny. He was
Yeah.
like the Italian Sicilian Louis Armstrong with extras, and also helped to bring in with his rhythms sort of like the beginnings of rock and roll as well in the Vegas area. So it was an amazing. But Keely was a complete and utter legend, and she came on tour with us. Her daughter Tony Elizabeth was on one of our albums. We did an album which was like a homage tribute to Louis Prima and Keith Smith, and they came on tour. She was on radio with us and everything. She was fantastic. So that was, even though she's not the most famous person that your viewers may or may not have heard of, she was probably one of the most legendary. She went out, she was with Louis Prima. When they got divorced later on, she went out with Elvis. She went out with Frank Sinatra. She was out with Frank Sinatra, had an argument and got Nat King Cole to drive her home. Bobby Darin used to come around and play the piano.
Sinatra proposed to her, and she turned him down.
She turned down Sinatra.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. She must be very special.
That he was not. She preferred the gentleman type. So, yeah, no, he asked her in marriage, and she said no.
So yeah, she was an amazing jazz icon, jazz and swing icon, and we worked with her, and I sang with her, and it was a complete honor. Other people, amazing. We've been so lucky to get to work with both famous and non-famous people who are extremely talented. We worked with the amazing Chick Corea, who has now passed on, the late great Chick Corea, who slightly different style to us, very modern, progressive jazz, but it really is his own style. But he loved us and we loved him and got on very well, and we had jam sessions, and he recorded 2 tracks with us on one of our albums, Recipe for Rhythm. So yeah, for any musicians, especially piano players watching, will know Chick Corea. As I mentioned last week, I think we worked with Van Morrison a few times. And in fact, last year, me and John, the sax player, ended up playing horns, playing trumpet and sax with Van Morrison in Marlow at a festival. But also the band opened for him on a tour when he was in Wales and stuff, and also played with him on stage in Montreux Jazz Festival. Van Morrison's a very interesting character and loves the music. Who else we work with?
Oh my God,
loads of people.
That's
Rocco
phenomenal.
Bonvino. You know, we work with Rocco Bonvino.
Yes.
What more
Yes.
can I
Don't
say?
you do do you do a show every so often with him? A big show. I remember I went to see one at the Aldwych. I think it was the Aldwych Theatre. In fact, you know
We
what?
did shows-
I have it
shows
here.
at the-
It's this one, isn't it?
There it
This is the one that I went to see you guys in.
Yeah.
That was very, really, really fantastic. A Christmas special. It was fantastic. And you've got your yellow suits on for the Christmas special. I love that.
Oh, we actually we changed halfway through to the red ones, I think.
Yeah, it started off in yellow, then we wore
Yes,
red.
you did, didn't you, actually? Yeah.
The only time we wear another colour, Christmas.
And all the special guests as well you had on there. Yeah. Rebecca, London Bells, Noel, Adele Joel. Yeah. And Jive
Not Adele the singer, Adele the tap dancer.
Adele the
great
tap
show.
dancer. It was an amazing show. It really was. It was, yeah.
And we're working on doing something similar this coming December. We called it the Not Quite Christmas Show, because it was not quite Christmas. So we're looking at doing something, either the Aldwych or some other theatre somewhere around. So
tune in.
Watch the space.
So what have you got for? Oh, I do believe we have a break. We've got to go to a break, and then we'll be coming back. Okay, we'll be coming back after the break.
USA Global TV and Radio proudly presents Steve Klein Art at steveklein.art.
My name is Steve Klein, born Manchester, England, 1953. My quest in my lifetime is to create artwork from my soul and the deepness within my wildest dreams and fantasies. In 2012, my heart stopped when I was given too much anesthetic for a minor knee operation, and this near-death experience took me to another multi-dimensional world, an out-of-body experience, and I was given the gift of being blessed by an overwhelming, burning passion to become, for the very first time in my life, an artist with an eternal, passionate desire to bring my art, which I've named multi-dimensional, subliminal, freeform art, to the world, as only 3% recover from what I experienced, and now in my golden years want to release my cosmic, vital energy through my art to allow people to be a part of my cosmic dance.
To learn more, email roccogoodwine@gmail.com. For VIP pricing, mention USA Global TV and Radio.
What if one simple skill could change the way you connect with the world? What if listening could open doors to deeper relationships, stronger businesses, and a better you? Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck, the Listening Mentor, brings you USA Global TV and Radio, a space where voices are heard, ideas are shared, and global communities thrive. Through the elevated listeners' courses and books, you'll master the power of listening, set boundaries with confidence, and transform conversations into opportunities. Join us. Listen, learn, elevate. Whether you're a leader, a coach, a business owner, or someone seeking stronger connections, your journey starts today. Subscribe, learn, and transform today.
Hello and welcome back to the Film and Music Show. For our today's guest, as part 2, we have the swing and jive band, the Jive Aces. We have Grazia and Ian and Alex. So as we welcome them back into the studio. Hello, guys. Right, so I was thinking and looking at the background of what you have, Grazia and Ian.
Yeah.
Can you explain to our audience?
Well, welcome to our studio. Let me give a little.
So we should have tied it up a bit, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
It's very tidy.
You can see our instruments and, over there.
And if you look back there, it says, the sign says, Jive stream, the show must go on. Because this was where we did our Jive stream, which was our live stream all the way through lockdown and beyond for the 2 years between March the 17th, 2020 and March the 17th, 2022. We did 500 consecutive live streams, basically, every single night through Christmas, New Year's, birthdays, everything. We just carried on. And so we did it from a lot of the time from in here. And that's the sign up there. It says Jive stream, the show must go on.
So especially throughout the COVID, the pandemic, what was the viewership? What was the people that was coming in?
Oh, well, when we started, because we did it, we started, like I said, on March the 17th, 2020. And our last gigs had been postponed and our tour of America was postponed. And so we thought, right, people said, do a live stream. So I go, right, we're going to do a live stream. And that was before the official lockdown started. But it was obviously the writing was on the wall or whatever was blowing in the wind, wherever it was. We were all like, oh my God. So we did a live stream and we were just going to talk to the fans, do a couple of songs and see if they wanted us to do it. And we ended up being on there for an hour and we had, I can't remember what it was, but thousands. I mean, it was a captive audience, obviously. And originally we just started on the Facebook and then it sort of went over until we did YouTube and a few other platforms. And during the actual lockdown, it was immense. We built for us, it was lovely because we built a community We had fans that were already fans, but then we built up people who just also had nothing else to do and nowhere to go. And 8 p.m. every night, 8 p.m. every night, you could watch the Jive Aces for at least an hour, being funny, playing music, and not talking about pandemics, not talking about
Restrictions.
protocols
Yeah.
or anything.
Much. Don't know about that. But
having fun, and so much so there was we had guests like celebrity calling on Zoom, because obviously everyone was locked down, so we called in all our celebrity trump cards, and said, oh, who've we got? And we had Cassidy, we had Len Goodman, who we knew, so he came on. We had Kevin McNally, who's in Pirates of the Caribbean with Johnny Depp. All sorts of people just came on as our celebrities. We had
Officer Crabtree.
Yeah.
Officer Crabtree? Who's Officer Crabtree?
Yeah, from Hello Hello.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Good morning.
Right.
And we had all sorts of different people. And then we also, like I said, we had competitions. We had the wheel of, what was it? I can't remember now. We gave away
Wheel of
so many
genre.
CDs. Yeah, the ghost.
Wheel of genres.
Did you see a ghost? That's what I saw.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Ghost through your
Alex, was there a ghost that went past your screen there?
Yeah, it's kind of like some sort of evil spectre that floated past my head.
My God. Have
The
to come in and
ghost in the
rescue if
wall.
something happens. So yeah. Anyway, it was to make best of a bad time. Obviously, the lockdown was horrible for us because we were stuck in one place, and that had never happened for hundreds of years. But we basically did this every night, and so it kept us sane. Had to shave, had to choose a different shirt to wear, all this sort of thing. Think of songs to do. We used to get requests because we did an hour every night, so we ran out of material songs within 2 weeks. So we were doing requests, learning songs in front of everyone, learning songs 10 minutes before going on. It was very interesting, and then we did it. Yeah.
That is a brilliant testimony. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, the fact that you just raised the nation.
Yeah. Obviously, it was a captive audience, but like I said,
that's amazing.
And
now you have the Summertime Festival. Alex, can you explain to our viewers the Summertime Swing? I'm sorry, it's called the Summertime Swing. Can you explain to us what it's all about?
Two things you should know.
Okay.
2 things you should know about Summertime Swing. 1, it is in the summertime, and 2, it has swing. Those are the 2 main things, and it's on Sunday, the 20th of July, which is slightly earlier than we normally do it, but we usually at the beginning of August, but we had to move it to Saturdays, and then it's a whole long story. But now it's back on a Sunday because that's what people like. So we've moved it to the 20th of July. We had special guests come from all over the world. We have classic cars. We have vintage clothes stores. It's outside St Hill Manor, which is beautiful grounds of a 17th century manor house in Sussex, and there's a big lake behind. And we've always had great weather, except for 1 year. Only 1 year out of the 21 years we've done it, it's been beautiful weather. So we've got quite good average there. And all the proceeds, after the expenses get taken off, all the profits all go to different charities, including the Not Forgotten, which is a veterans charity for wounded soldiers, and COPS, which is Care of Police Survivors, who raise money to help the families of police that have fallen in the line of duty, and also some local charities as well. And this year we've got some really special guests. For the first time ever, we've got Marty Wilde, who's a British rock and roll legend, who's been singing rock and roll since the 50s, who's also the father of Kim Wilde, the pop singer from the 80s and 90s. And we've also got Gunhild Carling, who is an incredible jazz musician from Sweden. She lives in America and she goes on tour with Postmodern Jukebox, but she's well known in her own right. She can play every instrument under the sun, including 3 trumpets at the same time. I don't know how she does it. It's like 3 trumpets sticking out of. It's amazing. And we've got other guests as well. What?
I have trouble with one.
Yeah,
Sorry,
exactly.
what, Ian? Did you say you have trouble with one? Alex, that was beautifully commentated. It
Oh,
really
thank you. Oh, I've got a
was.
big poster here. Hang on a sec.
Oh, you got a big poster. Wait, you
he's
got
walking
it
through
just
the wall.
reading the wall.
He's
The
walking
ghost
through the
has taken
wall.
Alex
He's a
in the
ghost.
wall.
He is a ghost
Oh, he's come through.
with a question mark
Oh.
Hang on. I think I've got to turn my.
in the wall.
Hang on. I think I've got. This virtual backdrop's not doing me any favors, is it? Hang on.
We
I
can't
think
see
you
you.
may
Let's-
have to.
We see your
While
head.
you're doing that, Ian, can you explain?
There we go.
Oh,
Look
there
at
you
that.
go. Summertime swing. Oh, fabulous. Marty Wilde on the
Marty
20th of
Wilde.
July. Wow. Gunhild Garling. Look how many people are there.
Well, we've got a couple still.
Are you
We've got a couple
coming?
of. We've got a couple of open
To be
spots.
confirmed. To be confirmed.
You must come, Maddie.
Oh yeah,
You're
I will do.
invited.
Absolutely. So that's Sunday, the 20th of July. Is it for one full day or is it over a few days?
It's
No,
like
one day.
doors open at 1 and finishes at 7 o'clock.
Wow. You know what I see next year for you guys? The summertime
again.
swing camp.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello,
yeah.
That
Oh,
is
yeah.
amazing. The summertime. So the 20th of July. I can see because sometimes I go in a time machine in the front, going into the future. And I see you guys doing a 3-day or a 2-day summertime band camp, like swing. Summertime swing
You never
camp.
know.
Yeah.
You never know. It could turn into a whole festival.
Could do.
Definitely a festival. Absolutely. Making the transition
We'll have a word
of
with
rock and roll. Yeah, I love it. So I just want to, we've got less than 3 minutes to close. Ian, what age groups are most drawn to your music, the Jive Aces?
All of them.
It's like from really
Anyone that's alive.
8 to 80. We do festivals, but everyone from kids to to grandparents, everybody, all families love it. If you're at a festival, obviously, if you're doing different types of gigs, you get the age group that go to those gigs. But if you do a festival, it's amazing because even if they don't.
Oh, we seem to have lost
him again.
If we can have a
He
look.
was saying, it's amazing. We get people from little babies, like mothers pushing their kids in a pushchair, be past us, and the kid will be like trying to stop to listen to the live music, and then you have people that remember it the first time around. So, and everyone in between. Because the thing is, we find that when you play, well, I'm sure when you play any type of music with a fresh energy, with as if it's the first time you're playing it and to a brand new audience, and you treat it that way, then people respond, especially if it's upbeat and positive and fun and something nice to look at as well as to listen to. Then it doesn't really matter if you're into the music or if you're knowledgeable about it. I think people will respond to the show either way.
Okay, thank you, Alex, for sharing that. Just before we go, can we look at your website so that we can hear some of your music? Let's see. We've got the website,
How do we
so
do
we can
that?
have a look. Let's have a look at the website and let's see. Okay, so we've got new album, Keeping the Show on the Road. And that's a CD, live at Las Vegas. That's live? Was it that your last gig? Yes. And frequently purchased together. So this is where our viewers can go onto your website and purchase your music.
Yep.
JiveAces.com, yeah.
JiveAces.com. Fabulous. I love the keeping the show on the road, the vinyl. It's beautiful, beautiful graphics. And if we go further up, well, we can maybe go back up to the top of the website, we can see the members of the band.
Oh,
There we are.
Go. So there's True Showmanship, the Jive Aces show reel, which people can have a look and listen to this. Okay, Bring Me Sunshine. You sold nearly 3 million views. Sorry, not sold. You had 3 million views. That's astounding.
Nearly 4
yes,
nearly 4 million now.
Nearly 4 million. That's astounding in every way. Look at
That's our
this.
most successful YouTube video. It's got us gigs all over the world, and it's amazing. It's got awards. We never expected it to go so successfully. It went viral.
It went viral.
It went viral. Well, we've got less.
It went viral.
Well, Alex, I just want to say thank you, and Ian and Grazia saying thank you for part 2 for the Jive Aces.
Well, thanks for having us.
I want to just say have a great year, and I'll be seeing you around either at Rocco's or just out. I'll be definitely a bit the summertime, definitely, and even before that as well. I'm sure I'll see you guys around. And before we go, Ian, I was wondering, we were all wondering with that lovely voice of yours, if you could sing something a cappella.
Me?
Yeah.
What?
Well, just to say goodbye. Yeah, by a ukulele.
Trying to reach your ukulele. Hold on.
Ukulele.
Hop the Bible, do, bring me sunshine.
Bring me sunshine.
In your smile,
In a smile.
make me happy.
Make me happy.
All the while,
All the while.
in this world where we live, there should be more happiness. So much joy you can give to each brand new bright tomorrow. Make me happy.
Make me happy.
Through the years,
Through the years.
never bring me
Never bring me
any tears.
any tears.
Let your arms be as warm as the sun from up above. Bring me fun, bring me sunshine, bring me love.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, Ian. And everyone, USA Global TV and radio viewers, thank you. And please do go on to jiveoasis.com. Listen to their songs, buy them, watch their videos. They've got a phenomenal story. I'm sure they will be back during the summer here at USA Global TV and radio. But for now, we're just going to wish them a lot of success. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Alex. And thank you, Grazia. And thank you also to everybody else here at USA Global TV and radio, not forgetting our sponsor, Audi K Barrier. And I will see you. My name is Dr. Madeline Chan, and I'll see you next week for the film and music show. Until then, be good. Bye-bye.
In a world full of noise, misunderstandings, and interruptions, master the art of listening with Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck is the listening mentor of USA Global TV and radio and the Amazon #1 best-selling author of Mastering the Power of Elevated Listening. Elevate your listening. Elevate your life. Join a global learning experience in person or via Zoom. Reserve your spot today. usaglobaltv.com/book-your-session or drjacqueline.thinkific.com. Join Dr. Kerbeck's listening courses or hire her to unlock deeper connections and authentic conversations.
face daily cyber risks, spending over 7 hours of screen time, including 4.5 hours on mobile phones. This convenience comes with significant dangers, with cybercrime costs predicted to exceed $10.5 trillion by 2025. In 2023 alone, seniors lost over $3.4 billion to cybercrime. Our goal is to make social engineering concepts of cybersecurity easier to understand. We work with business teams, senior living facilities, investment companies, and educational institutions, both individually and in groups. We offer real-life examples to help you recognize and prevent attacks, with sessions available both in person, in selected regions, and remotely. Schedule your training session, or to learn more, contact us today. Call us at 847-845-9360. Email us at info@cybersecurityeasy.com. Protect your team and family with cybersecurityeasy.com.
Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global TV and Radio, for joining us today. We're honoured to have your time and attention as part of our global community. At USA Global TV and Radio, we believe in the power of authentic conversations, meaningful connections, and creating a world of possibilities together. Want to be part of something bigger? Join our team of elevated listeners at usaglobaltv.com, a space where your voice matters and your ability to listen transforms relationships. Stay connected with us across all our platforms for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and empowering stories. Subscribe to our channels at youtube.com/c/USA Global TV. Follow us on social media and explore the endless opportunities we're creating for growth, learning, and inspiration. Together, we're not just broadcasting, we're building bridges and changing lives one conversation at a time. For inquiries, contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com. Music by Johnny Dies. Produced by Executive Producer and Director Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Voiceover by Mike Porter. Creative Direction by Paul Garcia. All rights reserved. Copyright 2025. Visit usaglobaltv.com to view our full terms and conditions.